All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting day of mathematics. Whoop, whoop. Warm-up 100. Let's go. So, this is a quick review of everything we've seen so far. I think it's pretty robust. Number one, graph the circle. Number two, compute the sum, difference, and product of those complex numbers. Number three, factor by grouping. Number four, graph the transformation. And number five, solve the system by substitution. So I'll give you guys a little bit of time. Copy and go. Now it's recording. Who did we say? Anthony E. What is the first thing we do with this, Anthony E? Subtract 4. That is correct. And then we group all the x's together. Plus, and all the y's together. And leave an empty space for each. So far, so good. Continue, Anthony D. Negative 8 over 2 squared to both sides. What else? Negative 4 over 2 squared to both sides. That is correct. That's completing the square. So this gives us x squared minus 8x plus 16 plus y squared minus 4y plus 4 equals negative 4 plus 16 plus 4. Bless you. Can I simplify the right side? Yes. What is negative 4 plus 4? 0. So that leaves us with 16 equals 2 x squared minus 8x plus 16 plus y squared minus 4y plus 4. So far, so good. What do I do next? Tell your neighbor. Then Anthony's going to help us continue. What do I do next from there? Actually, let's switch it off. It's going to go to Jacob squared. What do I do next? What do I do next? Share with your neighbor. What do I do next from there? Jacob squared, go. Okay, square root of the first, x. Square root of the last, 4. Sine of the middle, minus, squared. Square root of the first, y. Square root of the last, 2. Sine of the middle, squared, and all that equal to 16. So far, so good. Now we have it in standard form, so now we're ready to graph. That means we need a center, and we need a radius. Tell your neighbor what the center and radius are. Then we're going to have Jacob give us the center and the radius. What is the center and what is the radius? Jacob, go. 4, 2, that is correct. 4, 2. And what is the radius? 4. That is correct. Square root of 16 is 4. So to graph that, we go to 4, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. We plot our center. And then 4 steps in all directions. 4 steps up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps down. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the right. And our circle should look something like that. Hands if you got that by yourself. Okay, good. All right, let's go to number 2. Before I do, though, let me send you the screen so you can send me your work. Oh, yeah, send me your stuff. Number 2. We said that number 2 was for who? No, that wasn't for Martin. Martin was number 5. Who was number 2? Brandon? Doherty, go. What'd you get for the sum? Negative 1I plus 7. Hands if you got that. Close. Tell your neighbor why we don't write it like that. Because it's a complex number and the I goes at the end. So this is 7 minus I. That is correct. So with that, let's go to the difference. What you get for the difference? Brandon, Doherty. Negative 9 minus 7I. That is correct. Woo-wee. So far, so good. Now we need the product. What'd you get for the product? Brandon, Doherty. Negative 8 minus what? 35I. 12I squared. Hands if you got something like that. Close, but instead of I squared, what do we write? Remind your neighbor, instead of I squared, what do we write? Negative 1, that is correct. So, this is negative 12, was it negative 12I squared? Okay, negative 12I squared. So this is 12 minus 8, so that is 4 minus 35I. Looks about right. Hands if you got something like that. Looks about right. All right, let's go to number 3. Factor by grouping. And that was for Rylan. What'd you get for factors for number 3? Quotations. Oh, okay. 5x plus 2. X plus 6. Hands if you got that? Looks about right. Wow. He wanted to emphasize that he got it right. Let's go. Number 4. If my memory serves me well, that one was for J. All right, hold on. Let me get a coordinate plane here. So before J gives us a transformation, tell your neighbor the parent function. Oh, there's a parent function. My bad. Is that crooked or is it me? Oh, there it is. So the parent function is at 0, 0, negative 1, negative 1, negative 2, negative 8, 1, 1, 2, 8. All right. And according to this transformation, who notices something's missing here? Tell your neighbor what's missing. What's missing here? Danny. Yeah, it's not a square because it's a, yes, a cubic is missing. That is correct. All right, where are we going to move that to, Jay? Up 5. Let's go. Or our vertex, our new vertex would be what? 2, 5. That is correct. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our new function will be somewhere right there. All right, Jay, from the corner. But anyways, let's go to number 5. It was all going so well, my goodness. Solution. Who has number 5? Oh no, Martin. That's true. What'd you get, Martin? Very good. Negative 4, 3. Hands if you got that. That is correct. Solution. Remind your neighbor what that means. What does that mean, Martin? the intercept of the two graphs. That is correct. All right. Copy the agenda, please. Warm-up number 100, systems of equations. We're still in the middle of that. And your home plate for tonight, play sheet 6.3, do numbers 1 through 12 only. 1 through 12 only. And just a reminder, what's happening after school? Tell your neighbor. And it's free. Tutoring. Bah. My goodness. Believe it or not, just the other day, somebody had an epiphany. They're like, Mr. Q, do you stay after school? I'm all, yes, Monday through Thursday. For tutoring? Yes. That means I can come after school? Yes. I'm all like, hello. My goodness. All right. Here's the code for you to have access to the home plate. H9KQT. 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 All right? So, get a Cornell note going, please. Our objective for today can solve systems of equation, and today we're going to be looking at elimination method. Bah. Set it up. I'll give you some time. Go. All right, here we go. I can solve systems of equation by elimination. So, before we continue, turn to your neighbor, give them the definition for systems of equation. Definition, without looking at your notes. What's the definition? Systems of equations are what? Systems of equation are what? Breathe. What are they? The set of a lot of equations with the same variable. That is correct. There they are. Thank you. And we said that there's 3 different ways of solving a system. Look up. Graphing. Have we covered that? Yes. Have we talked about substitution? Yes. So today we're in the middle of elimination. This is our last method. Now this, like I said, should have been taught to you by your awesome Algebra 1 or geometry teachers. I'm pretty sure they hammered that really well. However, I'm bringing it back just to make sure we have this, because we're about to embark in 3-dimensional systems. You're like, what? Oh, yeah. Anyways, I wrote some steps for you. Look up. Don't copy those because you have the code. You can write those down once you get home. But we're going to follow this process for today. We're going to follow this process for today to solve using elimination. Okay? I'm going to leave these steps on the top right. But the steps are as follows. Number 1, change all equations to standard form. Number 2, eliminate one of the variables by adding or combining. Number 3, solve for the remaining variable. Number 4, substitute into one of the equations and solve for the second variable. And at the end, write a coordinate for the solution. So, copy this. Example 1. Solve the system by elimination method. System given, y equals negative 2x minus 5, and y equals 2x plus 13. Copy that, please. All right, so here goes. Y'all ready? So, it says, step 1, change each equation to standard form. What does that mean, Mr. Q? That both x and y are on the same side. Let me zoom in. Here goes. It's frozen. Let it go. Let it go. You guys, here we go. So, the top one, let's do this in blue. To get both x and y on the same side, I'm going to move the x to the other side. So what do, everyone? Plus 2x plus 2x. So this becomes 2x plus y equals negative 5. For this one, here we go. To have both of them on the same side, tell your neighbor what to do, please. Jacob squared. Let's go. Subtract 2x from both sides. And we're left with negative 2x plus y equals to 13. So, and let's label this one, look up, label it with a Roman numeral 1 so that you know that is step 1. And what is this called? Standard form. What is so particular of standard form? That both variables are on the same side. Say, neighbor, what standard form is, please? Yeah, both variables on the same side. This is our linear function. Step 2. Step 2 says eliminate one of the variables by combination or addition. So, draw your line across like this. And tell your neighbor which variable is going to eliminate. That is correct, the x. What is 2x minus 2x? Cancel. What is y plus y? 2y. What is 13 minus 5? 8. That is correct. Third step, solve for the remaining variable. What do we do there? Tell your neighbor. Divide by 2, divide by 2. Y equals 4. So, over here on the side, open up parentheses. So for our solution, we already have a y value, which is what? 4. So tell your neighbor what to do to find our x value. What do we do to find our x value? What shall we do? Yeah, substitute into one of the two equations. Which one do you want to use, the blue one or the red one? Brandon, Felix, the blue or the red? All right, he said red, so let's use this one. We write negative 2x plus parentheses for y equals to 13. And instead of y, what do we write, everyone? 4. Therefore, so to leave x by itself, what's the next step? Courtney Jean, minus 4 minus 4. We end up with negative 2x equals, this is it 9? 13 minus 4 is 9. And last but not least, everyone, divide by negative 2. X equals negative 4.5. That is correct. That goes right here, negative 4.5. And remind everyone what this means, Martin. Yeah, the intersects. Intersects. Oh, yeah. Too easy. So, from 1 to 5, I'll come to borrow you with elimination method. Is it coming back for some of y'all? You're like, oh, yeah, Mr. Q. All right, let me send you the screen so you can send me your example number 2. Copy this one. System, y equals negative 4x plus 10 and y equals 4x plus 2. Do that one by yourself completely. It's very similar to the one we just did. See if you follow the process. Go. What did you do first? I can't hear with the AC. It's too loud. Standard form, so what do you do for this one? Add 4x, add 4x. So this became 4x plus y equals 10. Hands if you got that. All right. How about the second one, Trinity? Subtract 4x, subtract 4x. That leaves us with negative 4x plus y equals to 2. Hands if you got that. All right. Next. Pass the one, Trinity. Who? Me? Oh, I get to pick someone? Let's go. Jacob, what do I do next? Cancel out which one? 4x and negative 4x. And then? Add those, so this is 2y. 12. Hands if you got it to right there. All right, pass someone to continue. Brandon, go. Divide by 2. Y equals 4. Yes? Oh, yeah, I did that on purpose so you were paying attention. 6. So that means our solution, so far, we have 6 for y. What do we do next? Pass someone, Brandon, Darty. Anthony D., what do we do next? Which one? The top one. So we bring down the blue one. 4x plus blank equals 10, or I'm going to put parentheses. And instead of y, we substitute 6. And what do we do next? Go. So 4x equals 4. Divide by 4. X equals 1. Solution, 1, 6. And Martins, remind everyone what that means. Intersect. Yeah, intersects. So that's where both graphs intersect. Send me your work, please. Copy this next one, example 3. System, x equals negative 2y plus 11, and negative x plus 4y equals 1. X equals negative 2y plus 11, and negative x plus 4y equals 1. So, example 3, x equals negative 2y plus 11, and negative x plus 4y equals 1. Remind your neighbor what step 1 is for all these elimination method systems once again. What is step 1? Step 1. Verbalize it. What is step 1? Brandon, Felix, let's go. That is correct. Standard form. If you notice, the bottom one's already in standard form, yes? You guys notice that? That means we only need to make the top one in standard form. Tell your neighbor what to do for the top one, please. What do we do? What do we do? Help me out, Noah. What do we do for the top one? Add 2y to each side. Add 2y. And I'm going to write it down here. Might as well write underneath this one since this one's already in order. So we have x plus 2y equals 11. Do you know what to do from there? Yes. Finish it off, please. Then Noah's going to pass it to someone to continue. But continue from there. Go. Let me send you the screen. Give me a second. Noah, pass someone. Martin, what do I do next? Cross out the, let's go. Negative x plus x crosses out. Then add the 4y and the 2y, so that's 6y. And then the 1 and 11, that gives us 12. And what else do we do? Divide by 6, so y equals 2. Okay. So for this system, our y is 2. And then what do I do? Tell your neighbor. What do I do next? Tell your neighbor, please. And then Martin's going to pass it to someone. Tell your neighbor. What do I do next? Pass someone, Martin. Who? Danny, what do I do next? Into which one? The top one or the blue one? The blue one? Okay, so let's bring this one over. X plus 2 parentheses for the y equals 11. And then we substitute 2 for y. So this is x, 2 times 2 is 4 equals 11. And then x equals solution. And what does that mean? Martin. Yeah, the intercept. Send me your notes, please. Let me send you the screen. All right, so far, where are we at? 1 to 5. How comfortable are you with by elimination? 1 to 5, 5, 5, 4s, okay. Some of you with weird fingers, okay. Copy this one, example 4. System, y plus 3x equals negative 2, and 2y minus 3x equals 14. Y plus 3x equals negative 2, and 2y minus 3x equals 14. So let me zoom in. Now, Brandon, as he walked in earlier, he said that first step is to have them in what? Standard form. Is it in standard form? You're like, wait a minute, Mr. Q. I don't know. Well, are both variables on the same side? So they are in standard form. The only thing now, we have y first and x second, but are they aligned to each other? All right, so we continue from there, yes? Tell your neighbor what to do from there, please. Get them started, and then finish off. And let me send you the screen so you can send me your notes once you are done with this one. Let's go. Once again, there's a solution. Make sure you take your work. Example 5. This one's a little bit tricky, so write it down. Don't go forward. Wait for me. We got 3x plus 3y equals 15, and negative 2x plus 3y equals negative 15. Wait for me there. All right. So, step 1, standard form, yes? Yes, Mr. Q, xy, xy, okay. Step 2, eliminate one of the variables. Can we eliminate any of the variables? We can't. Because 3x minus 2x still leaves us 1x. 3 plus 3 leaves us 6y. So we can't. So what does that mean, Mr. Q? That means that we need to figure out which one of the variables we need to eliminate. Which one is very close to being eliminated, by the way? Isn't it the y? Except for one of them has to be what? Negative. So which one do you want to make negative, the top one or the bottom one? The top. So to make this one negative, we need to multiply the entire equation times what? Negative 1. That is correct. So distribute, distribute, distribute. Let's write it underneath. Negative 3x, negative 3y equals to negative 15. Therefore, do we know what to do from there? Yes. Now we actually combine them, and now we should be able to do the next step. So 3y minus 3y eliminates. Negative 3x and negative 2x, that's negative 5x. Negative 15 and negative 5, that's negative 20. Yes? All right, finish it off, and I'm going to send you the screen so you can send me your work. Think we got it? However, look up really quick as you're packing up. Let me show you this one. This is the last one that I wanted to show, but you don't have to follow along. Just relax and enjoy the show. Do we have both in standard form? Yes. Can I eliminate any of the variables right now? No. However, look up. Which one is being close to being eliminated? The x or the y? The y, but this one needs to be what? A negative 2, is that correct? So that means I need to multiply this equation times what? -2. However, let's say I didn't want to eliminate the y. I wanted to eliminate the x. What does the top one need to be? So that means I need to multiply this one times 3, the whole thing, and I would write 3x plus 6y equals to 33, and the rest is history, yes? All right, go ahead and log out. Enjoy your home play. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.